Have you ever noticed how the world feels noisier than it used to? And I don't just mean traffic outside and conversation, I mean actually inside. The second we wake up, most of us reach for the phone. I've done it many times that I can count. One message, one notification, a quick scroll, and suddenly the mind is racing before the day has even begun. I heard someone say recently your phone is a tool, not the steering wheel of your life. I liked that one. It hit me hard because I realized for a while my phone was steering me. I used to think I was checking in with the world, but really I was checking out of myself. And each scroll took me further from stillness, from the space where I can actually hear what matters. Years ago, I started experimenting with silence, and not the kind where you plug your ears and you wait for nothing, but the kind where you just stop chasing. And I've made it a habit now around sunrise normally to sit outside with a warm cup of tea. No screens, no plans, just the breath and birdsong. And I remember when I first started doing this, my brain went wild. Oh, what about the email? What about tomorrow's video? It was a crazy chaos. But over time, that inner noise began to settle, just like dust after those dust storms. And somewhere in that quiet, whispers began to appear. A calm, knowing voice that had been buried under all the noise. And that's when I realized stillness isn't empty, it's alive. And it's where the clarity hides, waiting for us to slow down long enough to notice it. Now, look, I want to be real. I struggle with this still. Some days I just tell myself, oh, just a quick look at messages, and suddenly 15 minutes have vanished. My brain feels heavy, like it's kind of been grazing on the junk food and the chocolate bars. And it's not just me. Research backs this up. There was a study done in 2024 of over 1,000 adults found that aimless scrolling, what they called mindless smartphone use, leads to, listen to this, lower well-being and even guilt afterwards. I read that and thought, yeah, that's me sometimes. It's that quite uneasy feeling that you've spent energy but gained nothing. So when I catch myself in that space now, I pause. Sometimes I'll set the phone down and go, no, you don't need that now. And maybe I'll take River and Bonnie for a walk or play with them for a while. Let the wind do the talking. Other times I'll just close my eyes and remind myself that peace doesn't live in the feed. It actually lives in the pause. And stillness isn't about becoming a monk or emptying your thoughts perfectly. It's about returning again and again and again to the moment that you're actually living in. When life feels crowded, our instincts tell us to do more, but clarity rarely arrives through this sort of effort. It arrives in that exhale. So try this for today. Stop for just a moment. No phone, no soundtrack, no rush. Breathe in slowly through your nose and imagine your thoughts falling like snowflakes settling to the ground or leaves. And then ask quietly, what really matters now? And don't chase an answer, just let it come. Because that whisper, that one that surfaces when everything else goes quiet, that's the voice that knows what you need most. Stillness is where the world slows down enough for truth to find you. And it's not a luxury, it's medicine. And yet something I have to relearn day by day, again and again. Some mornings I can nail it, and that feels quite sacred. The clarity sharp. Other mornings I pick up that phone and I scroll on without even realizing what I'm doing. But even then I remind myself every breath is just another chance to return. So if your world feels noisy today, just step back for a minute, close the app, let the silence breathe again. Because clarity doesn't shout, it actually whispers. And when we finally get quiet enough, we hear it say, "Welcome back." I would like to take this opportunity to thank my active supporters of the podcast. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please follow and share it far and wide. And I'd like to have you back again. Until next time, I'm Jason Stephenson. Imagine boldly, then go out and live it.